A new social media post by Elon Musk has put the spotlight back on USAID and questions over how American taxpayer-funded aid is monitored overseas. Musk reacted to a criminal case involving a Syrian national accused of diverting millions of dollars in US-funded humanitarian assistance intended for civilians in war-torn Syria. According to US authorities, the accused allegedly redirected more than $9 million in aid to armed groups, including the Al-Nusra Front, an Al-Qaeda-affiliated organization designated as a foreign terrorist group by the United States. The case dates back to an indictment announced by the U.S. Department of Justice and USAID's Office of Inspector General. Prosecutors allege that Mahmoud al-Hafyan, who managed a regional office of a non-governmental organization operating in Syria, orchestrated a scheme that diverted humanitarian resources away from vulnerable civilians and toward armed combatants. U.S. officials said the aid money was intended to support Syrian communities affected by conflict, but instead benefited extremist elements. That was the claim highlighted by Musk, while commenting on the case, reigniting criticism of the foreign aid agency. At the time the indictment was announced, U.S. prosecutors described the alleged diversion as a serious breach of trust, arguing that funds meant for humanitarian relief ended up supporting a designated terrorist organization. Investigators also accused the suspect of personally benefiting from the scheme. Federal investigators from the FBI and USAID's Inspector General's office said the case demonstrated the challenges of delivering aid in conflict zones where armed groups often attempt to infiltrate or exploit relief operations. Authorities maintained that oversight mechanisms ultimately uncovered the alleged fraud and led to criminal charges. The renewed attention comes amid broader political scrutiny of USAID and U.S. foreign assistance programs. Critics argue that taxpayer-funded aid requires stronger safeguards to ensure funds do not fall into the wrong hands. Supporters of humanitarian programs, however, say isolated cases of fraud should not overshadow the critical assistance provided to millions of people in crisis regions around the world. For now, the criminal allegations remain at the center of the debate, with Musk's comments bringing renewed public attention to questions about accountability, transparency, and the risks of operating humanitarian missions in some of the world's most dangerous conflict zones. The case remains part of ongoing efforts by U.S. authorities to investigate alleged fraud involving foreign aid programs, while the controversy continues to fuel political debate over the future of American overseas assistance.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.